While the world screams, climb the career ladder or you're nobody, you look at yet another job posting titled, Become the best version of yourself in 60 hours a week, and think, wouldn't it be better if I just stayed the good version of myself right now, with a decent amount of sleep and without corporate burnout? If ambition seems like an overrated trend to you, and a simple life, a perfectly decent choice, congratulations. Your brain simply didn't sign up for the status race. Modern society is built on the myth that true success is about titles, salary, and endless growth. People with fire in their eyes tell stories of how they broke out of their comfort zones, sacrificing weekends and their health. And you prefer stability, where the day doesn't start with panic over a deadline and doesn't end at 3 in the morning working on a report. It's funny, but research shows those who chase external markers of success, money, status, recognition, often get a short-lived rush of pleasure, but in the long run, they don't feel any happier than those who choose internal motivations. Personal growth at your own pace, deep relationships, hobbies. No one measures KPIs. Your brain is simply tuned to a different currency of reward, not quick dopamine hits from a promotion, but a steady stream of satisfaction from knowing that life is under control and filled with meaning that you define yourself. Think of a career as a roller coaster. First, the adrenaline, the screams of delight, then the steep descent, stress, burnout, the feeling that you'll never reach the top. The law of optimal arousal explains why, for many people, the peak of ambition leads to overload, too much pressure, and the brain switches to freeze mode. Concentration drops, anxiety rises, and productivity plummets. Those who choose a gentle climb or a completely flat path avoid this crash. They aren't lazy, they're smart. Their motivation system runs on internal fuel, curiosity, enjoyment of the process, and a sense of autonomy. When ambition comes from outside, I must grow. Everyone lives like this. It often causes chronic stress, which eventually leads to burnout. And you simply don't fall for this trap.
This is especially true for those with a more sensitive nervous system. Heightened sensory processing makes external noise, corporate wars, deadlines, office politics, a real ordeal. Your brain tires more quickly from the constant race. You prefer calm activities where you can immerse yourself deeply in work or a hobby without distractions. This state of flow, when time disappears and you're fully in the moment, brings much more satisfaction than the fleeting triumph of a new position. While ambitious people chase a carrot on a stick, you've already found a garden where carrots grow on their own, and no one is forcing you to eat them faster. Of course, sometimes letting go of career ambitions is a defense mechanism. Perhaps you've seen parents or friends burn out at work, or maybe you simply realized early on that status doesn't fill an inner void. Ultimately, this leads to a brilliant balance. More time for yourself, for loved ones, and for reflection. People who focus on simplicity often demonstrate greater resilience to stress and stable self-esteem, because their self-worth isn't tied to external achievements. They don't bask in reflected glory like sports fans. Instead, they create their own quiet victories every day. In a world where ambition is sold as the only path to happiness, your choice is a quiet rebellion.
You aren't falling behind in life. You're living it mindfully, without unnecessary baggage. This isn't laziness, but wisdom, knowing when to stop so you don't lose yourself along the way. If this resonated with you, click on the next video and share your thoughts in the comments. Are you part of the "home is my favorite continent" team, or do you still sometimes feel the pull of the road? Let's find our kindred spirits.